When I was a child, I had a bedtime of 8 p.m., and I used to wake up early to practice piano. I didn't sleep right as a child and ended up just laying in bed, staying awake for hours, contemplating everything in my life. It was really annoying not being able to shut my brain down. As I grew into my youth, my bedtime became later and later and ended up as a night owl, oftentimes not getting a very large amount of sleep because I had to function in day-to-day society. So I went to bed really, really late, and I got up whenever I needed to take care of my affairs, such as employment. I was a student for a lot of my life, so I was very focused on educating myself. So I learned and learned and learned, and it became a lifestyle going to school and getting an education. School was generally very flexible. I took internal courses at first, but then I went to external, which allowed me to do things like stay up late and get up late. For a long time, I was going to bed around 1 or 2 a.m. Then I became homeless and psychologically unstable, and my brain wouldn't allow me to go to sleep on the streets. So I would stay up long periods of time walking to the bush, and sometimes it would take me, between 6 to 10 hours to get to the city to buy groceries or to go back to a camping ground or camping spot in the woods, or a camping ground if I was fortunate enough to find one. For a long time, I didn't sleep hardly at all, and I was just sort of on autopilot. And I was breaking my brain with philosophy during all of this. Then I got a roof over my head and started to settle down. And this was the transition from night owl to early bird. And I want to emphasize that it was a transition because it wasn't like I just suddenly started getting up early. It took time. At first, I would sleep till 12 p.m., and then slowly that would go to 11, and then over time, I would wake up at 10, and then 9. And eventually, I started waking up when the sun came up. And strangely enough, I started going to bed at 8 p.m., which was my childhood bedtime. So naturally, in a settled environment, I'm an early bird. When I had problems sleeping, I tested out polyphasic sleep cycles and tried to do the Uberman's sleep schedule, which you take short naps throughout the day instead of having a core sleep, which ultimately just messed me up more it didn't do me well taking on those sleep schedules, but I was exploring those sleep schedules because I was having so many difficulties sleeping. I think being an early bird promotes mental stability, whereas when you're a night owl, your schedule's all out of whack and you tend not to repeat the same schedule each night. Each night is different, so you don't get settled into a constant sleep pattern. I used to have to take meds to sleep, but I no longer have to do that, which feels really good because it feels like I've finally taken control of my sleep pattern. And before, my sleep pattern was controlling everything because I couldn't get a good night's sleep or a good day's sleep, or whenever I chose to sleep, it wasn't restful. And now I get really restful sleeps and I wake up naturally to the sun. I don't have anything to do, so it's not like I would need to set an alarm anyway, but my body feels tuned in with nature because I'm following what nature does, because shortly after it turns dark, I'm going to sleep and I'm waking up when it turns light, and I feel that I'm more of a light person now, whereas before I took solace in the dark. I much more enjoy existing in the light because it's when everything is active and I can do anything I want because shops are open and nothing is restricting me. So for me, early bird wins. Tell me your perspective in the comments. I think that being a night owl comes with some degree of instability, whereas being an early bird, your body's trained. And I think that being an early bird, you can have a lot more fulfilling life. But are you a night owl or are you an early bird? Do tell me in the comments and tell me your experiences. Is what I'm saying true for you as well, or do you have different perspectives, or have you managed to become a night owl without having negative consequences? Do tell me in the comments. Please do like this video. I appreciate your attention span. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Until next time.